All right, ladies, welcome to the Women in Digital Business Foundations program on digital skills. And I'm your lead trainer, Lillian Macharia, and I'm happy to have you here. And first things first, like I always do, is to urge you to like our YouTube channel, where you're able to get to watch the recordings of these videos, and also whitelist us in your email address, so that none of the emails and communications I send do go to the spam folder. And with that said, I was also supposed to share the links to my social media. I'll do that this week. So how has the journey been for you? We have covered this as we're waiting for people to come in, and Helen was explaining her journey and how she's gone through and what she thinks she's able to do and what she feels might not be right for her business. And just like Helen, I would like to encourage you, as you are going through this program, cherry pick what works for you. Cherry pick what it is that will add the greatest value and have the biggest impact on your business when you try to transition it, or when you try to introduce it into the digital an online space. So you can work with a few social media sites. You can decide to have a landing page, or you can decide you will tweak your social media such that they are able to capture information of the people who come to you, as you consider whether a website is going to work for you, or maybe that could be a longer term plan, maybe a year, 2 years plan into the future. It doesn't mean the program is not right for you. The program is still right, because apart from the social media, the website, we also do talk about how to sell on social media. So pick, depending on where your business is at, depending on where you feel you're comfortable to give value in, choose what works for you, so that now as you go along, you're able to know what it is that where it is that you can position yourself and be able to thrive. So let's look at, sorry, somebody has somebody's mic on. Unmute yourself, sorry. Let's have a short recap of module 3, so that we'll be looking at it. And this one is the block that talks about selling online. You get to interact with your customers in the digital spaces. You get to transact in the digital places, and you even get to process payments and shipments on the digital space. You might not be there the entire value chain of selling online. You might not yet be there in your business. Maybe you don't have shipping logistics added to your online selling experience. Maybe you don't even have a digital wallet right now. But we're going to be looking at what it is you should do to ensure that at the end of it all, once you sit down and start implementing one at a time, eventually a customer should be able to come to you online, be able to understand what you sell, because you have either a catalog, or if you're a service-based business, you have a website where you are encouraging the customers, or you have described your services. Maybe you have some images that can support what you do. And then once they interact with what you do online, they're able to make a buying decision while still online. And while there, they can click add to cart or buy now. That means you have integrated the marketing side to the selling side. You've created awareness. You have the beautiful catalog of what you do, or you have the beautiful website of what you do. And now you have a payment gateway. And then from the payment gateway, as you get more and more advanced, you will be able now to integrate other things like shipping and logistics. In the last cohort, there was a lady who was selling cakes. She runs a physical coffee shop, and she also does cakes in the coffee shop. And now she had gotten into a partnership with G4S, because she had tried the Matatu couriers and the the regular border people, and it was not working for her. But G4S gave her a package where they will be transporting her cakes and ensuring that they get to the other customers safely. Now, that is more advantageous than the regular border guy, because now she was able to ensure that the process is seamless. If there is any break in service somewhere, she knows who to call, who to get in touch with. So you can start with a regular border guy as your delivery person. Then you have reliable people, a person or people who you use to ship your product. Then as you go, your business grows, get into a more structured business partnership, like what she did. She got into a partnership with G4S, so that you keep getting better at what you do. You keep streamlining to a point where you don't have to be the one on the phone and with the boda guy on the phone also. Umefika wapi? Hey, customer anapiga simu. Kwa nini bado hujafika? Now, let that be handled by G4S. You call G4S and tell them, my package has not arrived. G4S will call for you. You can do it on Global Eats also if you sell foodstuffs, etc., etc. So the agenda for today is selling on social media and selling in the marketplace or e-commerce. Let me first see by a show of hands, a thumbs up, how many people have been able to watch the Module 3 video online? How many have seen it? How many have been able to watch Module 3? Thumbs up. Yes. Helen, I see you. Judy, I've seen you. Daisy, I see you. Jackie, Santeni Sana, congratulations, ladies. Because what happens is these webinars that we hold live are a recap. The more detailed video is the one that I post on Mondays. So, have you ever bought or sold anything online? Who has bought something and maybe would want to share with us their experience on buying things online? Who has ever bought something online? If you want, Daisy, is your hand up? I see your hand is up, Daisy. Or you put it. Huh? Sorry, I can't hear you. Daisy. Okay, speak closer to your mic. Yes, now I hear you. Oh, sorry. I think you're in a place, Daisy, that has poor connectivity. Or can other people hear her? Because I cannot hear her. She's breaking too much. Yes, now I can. Go ahead. We've lost you again. We've lost you again, Daisy. Maybe you could share your experience in the chat. Who else would like to tell us if they've ever bought anything online and how the experience was for them? Yes, Joyce. Joyce, go ahead. Yes.
What I have seen is what I got. I think it's easy because they start to bring to where you are. It's another way to sell. And also, but you have to be seen by many people.
Okay. Wow, that's a good experience. Thank you. Now, when we look at social media sales, very many people, and I'm sure all of us at one point or the other, since we are in business, we have done some level of social media sales, whether it is putting something up on your WhatsApp status, whether it is posting it on Facebook, on IG, on TikTok, all these places, they are very good for marketing your products because we browse a lot. A lot of people who have smartphones browse social media places. So if you have been posting what you do, what you're selling, even in WhatsApp market groups, etc., you're doing some form of marketing on social media. which works very well. By the way, you can be able to reach a very large audience of people nowadays, given that even WhatsApp groups have numbers. Numbers now are limitless. You can have a group that has very many people, and it's very good for marketing products and services. However, social media was not designed to sell products. Social media was designed for catching up, letting people know what you're doing, etc. So, what does this mean? It means when you get people um, aware, you create the awareness of what you do on social media. For you to be able to complete that sale, when somebody decides or makes a buying decision, you have to take them off the social media site. For instance, if you posted something on Instagram, let's use Helen. She posted her sauces. She posted her ketchup on Instagram. Very beautiful, and very many people were asking, "Oh, I want this, I want this, I want this." For Helen to be able to complete that sale, she'll have to engage them outside of Instagram, because Instagram doesn't have the end-to-end process for creating awareness all the way to selling. If you want to sell to those people now, you will have to engage them further, get their phone number. Then once you get their phone number, you take it off Instagram, maybe take it into WhatsApp. And then in WhatsApp now, you tell them, you give them the payment details, etc. You continue chatting. And then now when it comes to them buying, you will need to post to them or send to them either your till number, your pay bill number, or any other payment logistics that you're using. So all this happened outside of the initial place that the customer became aware of you. That is the shortcoming of social media for complete online business, end to end, from creating awareness all the way to selling. However, that being said, millions, and I would even want to bet billions of dollars are transacted online from a post that emanated from social media. So social media is a very good place to be talking about your business, to be showcasing your business. Although for you to complete the sale, you'll have to get them out of Facebook, you'll have to get them out of Instagram, you'll have to get them out of TikTok or whichever other social media channel you're using. And then now you have to complete the sale of the social media site. That is the shortcoming of social media. But going by how social media is popular and how people are now using social media more for selling than even for catching up, the people who came up with these social media sites might come up with a way for you to do complete selling from the end, from the beginning, to a payment gateway, to a place you can place your order for shipping, etc. That we'll wait to see. Maybe they will come and bring it as a premium service. So maybe you get IG premium service that has those kind of functionalities. So what are the tips for selling on social media? One, create a catalog of the products that you're selling. If it is cakes, if it is clothes, if it is shoes, handbags, name it, whatever you're selling, have good quality images. And I would like to say, good quality images don't necessarily have to be images that were taken on a camera that is worth 250,000 shillings. It could be just a good enough camera with good lighting. Ensure that you get good lighting. If you don't have artificial lighting, use the natural lighting, but angle your product in a way that the lighting works for it, and then take the images. Don't say, I will not post any images until either I buy an expensive phone or until I'm able to pay a qualified photographer. No, you can start where you are. Just make sure at least they are not floppy. The images are not downright terrible, but work with what you have. Start there. As the business grows, you invest in getting a better looking catalog of what you do. If you are in the service business, now this is where, for service-based business people, a website really comes in and works right for you, because on your website you will give a description of what you do, and then now you will get an image. It could be an image of when you are delivering that service. Maybe it could be an image when you're conducting a training, could be an image when you are doing landscaping, etc. So now you post those images on the website. That being said, it doesn't mean if you don't have a website and you sell services, you can't do the same on social media. You can still get images and post them on social media. Just ensure there is a good description of your image so that people look at the image, read the description, and then they understand what you do. And then when you're on social media, you don't necessarily need to have terms and conditions. However, to make your process more seamless, it is good to have some basic terms and conditions. One, which are the days that you work? Which are the hours that you do work? Do you have a return policy? What are your payment terms? Are you pay before delivery, pay after delivery, etc.? Have those there so that you don't need to engage in too much back and forth explaining term and condition number one, and then after that they will ask, oh, by the way, can you ship it on Sunday? Then you're like, no, 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 no. As we work Monday to Friday, or as we work Monday to Friday full day, then Saturday half day. Have those things in a place where they can be easily accessed by customers who come to your social media. You can pin it as an important message up there so that people can be able to read. Now, what does not happen, and you would need to get additional either plugins or to take the conversation off the social media platform, is that the shipping is not integrated into, say, Facebook or Instagram, and payment options are also not available. You don't have a link of click Visa card here, and then you just, the customer is able to enter their Visa card details. No, those ones now you will need to go take them to a site outside of where they first interacted with you and your product and your services. So now that is social media. It works, and it works perfectly. However, you can still want to take your business to a different place, different from social media, but it's still in the online space for you to be able to continue doing or offering your business online. Now, these are the marketplaces and the e-commerce sites. Now, marketplaces are places like Amazon, places like Jumia, places like Upwork for consultants or technical experts who offer their services, etc. What is the difference between the two? A marketplace is a platform that is built by the owner of the platform. It enables you to conduct your business online. However, you have to sing to the beats of their drum. So you cannot go there and say, no, 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 I don't want this, rearrange this for me. You have very little wiggle room in recreating your space or how your products appear online. They have the inbuilt platform. All you do is plug and play. Post your photos here, post something else here, etc. Then in the marketplace, they are also in control of the payment gateway. For example, if you buy something on Amazon, or if you buy, let me use Jumia because it's it's available here locally. When you buy something from Jumia, let me still use Helen because she's on at the top of my mind. You're buying her sauces, you bought her ketchup, and then now you want it shipped. When it comes to making the payment, you do not pay Helen. You pay Jumia. Then Jumia, once the order has been fulfilled, Jumia will now pay Helen less whatever percentage they deduct for offering the marketplace for you. So anytime there is a service failure when it comes to delivery, you go back to Jumia. You don't get to call Helen. At times you don't even know who Helen is because you saw the product on Jumia. So that is a good thing in the sense that it makes people more trust you more when you're selling in the marketplace because they already have had a relationship with the marketplace. They have seen other people engage business in the marketplace, so it is more trustworthy. And then on the e-commerce site is where now you create your own site, and then You are the one in charge of ensuring inventory is there. Then once inventory is there, you still have also the responsibility of ensuring shipping is taking place and payment is being collected at the time at which it is supposed to be collected. All those other conveniences that the marketplace had offered you, you take them upon yourself. Now, the good thing is you get to lay out your online shop the way you want it. You put in as many products, you put in as many descriptions, etc. And then you also, all the money that comes in there, a lot of it remains with you. There is no deduction by a marketplace. And the examples here is like the Carrefour supermarket website. You can go in there and click, everything, add to cart, make the payment. And when the payment message pops up on your side, if you're paying by M-Pesa, you will see it is Carrefour that is billing you. On the other side, you will see it is Jumia that is billing you. And any communication that comes through Jumia. Jumia will send you either a text on your phone or an email if you provided an email address and say your order has been confirmed, order number this, it will be delivered on X date. Then the date is delivered, Jumia still sends you another message, etc. Now, on the other side, if you're the one running your own website, your own e-commerce website, all those things, all those automations, even for email, you're responsible for them. If there is a service failure, you have nobody else to call out to. You are calling out to yourself because you're the one providing the business. An e-commerce website is good, but it is for businesses that have been doing this over a longer time. And because it is not cheap to set it up, it is also not cheap to handle and man all those logistics and all the technicalities that are involved in that. So a marketplace is usually an easier option when you're starting out. List your products in a marketplace. If you're a consultant, list your services in a marketplace like Upwork, and then customers will start getting to you. So now that we know, we've looked at selling via a marketplace or a website or selling online, we have the IDA sales funnel, which works very well when you're selling online. Because remember, selling online, you're selling to people who have no idea how tall you are or how short you are or what color of your skin is. They only engage with your business online. They've never come to your shop to see you. So you have to spend a lot of time. And as you can see, that funnel, the funnel is wide at the top, and then it keeps getting narrower as you go down. And so when you get at the awareness creating stage, you should seek to reach out to as many prospects as you can, because these people will keep reducing as you go down the funnel. Once you create awareness, or let's say, now who else? Let me see. I thought Tabitha was here, and Tabitha makes very beautiful cakes. So maybe she wants to market, now that we are getting into Valentine, you want to market some very beautiful love cupcakes, and you want to let as many people know about them so that you'll have also many people placing an order. So you create a lot of awareness. You put in that a cupcake and then a love message, at times even a teaser, even something sarcastic, kwako utakula keki ama utakula ugali, those kind of statements, just to create awareness and a buzz, and people click. If it is very funny, they even share it to others, the craft. You're creating awareness. Then once you create awareness, now you start getting into the interest. You start getting people to be more interested with your products after they have become aware that your product is available. So you can do warm lead contacting. Anybody who liked or clicked or commented on your post, you now follow up with them, so that now you want to know, would you be interested? Is this something you'd like to order? If you'd like to order, how many would you want them ordered? Where do you want it delivered? Do you want it delivered on Valentine's Day or the day before, etc.? Then from there, you help them to make a decision. You continue with the conversation. Helping them to make a decision is, you tell them, so that and I think I mentioned it in the last video, when you always want to create the impression that the customer does not have the liberty of all the time, or a guarantee that if they place their order on the 11th hour, the order will be fulfilled. So you keep reminding them. Now, Valentine is fast approaching. Have you placed your order yet? Are you in, or will you be locked out? Or what will you tell? Utambia aje mpoa wako keki kichelewa. Something like that. Something to nudge the people to make a decision. And then once they make the decision, now the next thing you should ensure on your online selling is that once they make the decision, the next step to help them actualize the decision is very seamless. So show them how they're supposed to be able to place the order. If it is a till number, communicate that very quickly. Let them know that orders should be placed for same day delivery. Maybe orders should be placed by X time. Orders placed after that will be delivered the next day, etc. Make it very seamless for your customer to be able to move from the decision to acting on the decision. Any questions so far? Any questions? Okay, if you're following me and everything is okay, let me see with a thumbs up. All right. Hendisha, was that a thumbs up or a hands up? You have a question or you are putting up your hand? Okay. All right. So moving on. Thank you so much for the thumbs up. Santeni sana. Yes, the function of a sales funnel, I think I've already explained it, is first to move people, the prospects, the people who have the potential to become your client. You work them, you nurture them all the way to becoming customers. Prospects are people out there, the potential marketplace you have. And then the leads are people who now move a step ahead. They show interest in what you do. Now, once you get leads, you need to really ensure the relationship continues being very warm so that these people can buy from your business. They become your customers. So always have what are the activities for the awareness stage? That means reaching out to prospects. And then what are the activities that I do as a business to move people from just being prospects to being leads? Have call to action, enticing call to actions. After you've talked to them about what you do, then the next thing is you don't want to be left out. Click here, buy now, while stocks last. 2 days remaining, those kind of things. Now you're making people now decide, oh, I need to show that I'm committed to this. Then from there now you encourage them to make the final buying decision, because leads and prospects are very beautiful people. We need them in our business, but our business can only be kept alive by customers, and customers are those people who exchange their money for the products that you sell. Sorry, I don't know how I went back to that model. Okay. Now, on e-commerce, just like in many other businesses, even traditional businesses, we have the B2B, B2C, C2B, and C2C. You need to decide in the online space, what are you going to be? Are you going to be a business doing business with other businesses? Or are you going to be a business that sells to end consumers, depending on the type of goods you sell? Or are you going to be an individual technical person, an expert in what you do, and then you offer your services to businesses as a contractor? Maybe you are a nutritionist, and then now you are approaching businesses and letting them know. You create awareness by saying businesses lose a lot of manpower hours due to lifestyle diseases. Talk to me about how we can reduce those hours. Then they invite you there as a nutritionist. You get to take the employees through maybe the few tests that you can do, like the diabetes test, blood pressure, etc. Then now you start coaching them on what nutrition to follow, what kind of lifestyles to adopt, etc. That is for somebody who is a contractor, a consultant who is selling their services as an individual and not as a business. Then we have C2C, where you sell, you're a customer and you also sell to other customers. Normally this happens when you don't have a registered business, and then you just chanced upon something that you can sell to other people. Maybe it is something you bought and it is not the right fit for you, and now you have to sell it. Other times it is you're decluttering your house. Maybe you just remodeled your house and some things that you had, some furniture that you had are not gelling well with the new look of your house, and so you want to sell them. Now, these ones you go to platforms that sell second-hand, pre-used furniture, pre-used equipment, etc. Now, choosing your business model is very important because it also does dictate how you will be engaging with your customers. So when you're a business to business, you sell larger amounts of goods and services to other businesses. So if you sell your hardware and you do business to business, not business to customers, you're selling to maybe real estate companies. If you're a hardware and you're doing B2C, it means you sell your hardware products to somebody who is building one house, one off. Once they're done with that house, chances of them coming back in the near future for more services from you are fewer. So, and when you are a business to business, your your sales model should be one of capturing customers and then creating loyalty so that you can come and resell the same product over and over and over again, the same services over and over and over again. If you are, and I think I saw Nyawera here, Nyawera is she is in the line of wellness. She's a clinical psychologist, and her work is, working one-on-one most of the time with people who are going through those challenges. She can choose to be a business to customer where she engages with one person who is going through a phase in their life and they would want to be, counseled and advised on how to overcome whatever it is they're going through. Or she can go and get a contract with a business. And now from there, she will be being called upon to come in through her business name to come and provide counseling services. Let's say people have gone through shock. Maybe there was a death in the workplace. And so for her to keep being engaged with the same customer, she has to keep adding value, providing value every time so that they are encouraged to come in and requisition for the same kind of businesses. So what tools do you use if you're in B2B and you want to now be doing your business online? You post ads, you can do LinkedIn ads, you can do Facebook ads, you can do ads on IG, etc. Then another thing that a business to business, and especially for those who are selling services, they need to have is an email list. Keep getting the contact of your prospects, not just your customers, and then create email list, and from there now be sending them content of value. You talk to them about a situation, you talk to them about emerging trends. If you're in HR, Joyce is in HR. I saw Joyce. There was somebody else from HR. You talk to them about the emerging trends, like what is AI going to do to the workforce, as the current workforce as we know it now. What is the impact? Or you can come up with a thought paper on how to AI proof yourself and remain relevant in the workplace. Something like that. So those are the tools that you use when you're in B2B. When it comes to B2C, you're selling to individuals. The sales are normally final, or if there's a repeat sale, it's after a long time from the same customer. So building loyalty per se is not one of your key marketing strategies. You want the customers to like you. You want the customers to trust you, but building loyalty should come as secondary. What you need to do is to always be ensuring that in your sales funnel up there for admitting people and creating awareness, your funnel is always full of prospects, because they come through your funnel, they buy, and they are gone for some time. So your funnel should always be filling at the top up there. So what are the tools to use? You can use virtual marketplaces like Amazon, Alibaba, or you can create your own website, or you can also do sales on social media. Then customer to business. these are the ones who you're now going in as a contractor, as a technical person, you're engaging and you're providing your expertise to them. The loyalty is also a bit of short term, although it can straddle between short term loyalty and long term loyalty. You can get a business that keeps engaging you as an individual consultant over time. And the tools to use or the places to go to be able to conduct this kind of business is virtual marketplaces like Upwork, Teachable for service providers, then Airbnb website if you're providing short stay accommodation, then pay per hour, etc. Then on the other one is customer to customer, and this is where you sell to other fellow individuals. Sales are final. Most of the time they are for used goods, although at times you could also have traveled and you came across something in your travel. There was a sale going on and you bought brand new things, you brought them back and you're selling. So they sell products, and for you to thrive in C2C, you need to ensure that you're receiving good reviews from people who bought from you. Either you delivered on time or you delivered what you had shown on the picture, etc. Places where you can go to conduct C2C is Craigslist, where it lists consultants and what they offer. Then you can do eBay, you can do auction sites. Nowadays there are a lot of declutter sites also. And you can do direct sales on social media. You post for us your beautiful sofa set that you're selling, and then we come and buy from you. Remember, your e-commerce business model needs to be updated to the product or service that you sell, as well as to your target market. What am I saying? It means when you are selling, don't go and pick a model that has worked for your friend and it is working successfully, and then come and implement it without tweaking it to suit you. Your product and service may be different. Your target audience may be different. You might even be offering the same service or the same product, but you have different target market. You might be offering the same service, but you have different price points. So customize your e-commerce business to suit the kind of business that you have. And that's the end of the recap for today. Any questions as I sip my tea?
None, but I'm glad I know it. It is Lillian.
Oh, Lillian, namesake. Yes, karibu sana. Thank you for making it. All right. Thank you so much. Let's look at task number 3. Sorry, gosh, I have it wrong there. Task 3. And the first question is create your e-commerce model. What is the business model that you'll choose? So depending on the product that you're selling or the service that you're selling and your target audience, all you need to do is to go on those white circles. You just click on the one that you want. And then from there, once you decide what is the model, now you will answer the consequent questions based on that. By the way, how many people have their tasks with them? I forgot to mention in the group that you should come with your task. Tukiendelea, if there's a question you can answer chap as we are going on, you answer it. How many people have their tasks on their laptops? Let me see with the thumbs up. Anybody? Okay. Oh, Polani, I forgot to tell you. Been having a very busy week. All right. So the next question after you choose your business model is, if you decide to do an own website, what do you need to do? Let me tell you, and I like using examples of participants who've been there before. There's a participant who came in the last cohort. Her business was completely new. I think it was maybe 10 weeks old or something. And she decided when she was doing this module to answer these questions as they were being asked. The day she sat down with the person who was to develop her website for her, In fact, that person told her, oh, wow, you have come prepared. You have so many things that you've already thought through. We will just go improving them as I'm developing the website. So if the website is something that you think you want to develop in the next 6 months, the next 6 months to say 1 year, then these are questions that would be of value to you if you answered them. If the website for now is not something, especially there's a question that they ask, are you developing the website in the next 6 months? If in the next 6 months you're not developing a website, you can say website is not a priority for now. I will focus on selling via social media. However, there are some questions like choose the name of your shop. By now, I would encourage all of us to have a name of a shop. And if you have not registered that name, register the name. If you're not yet at a place you want to register it as a company, register it as a business name and start selling as a sole proprietor with a registered business name. Because it would be very sad after this program, you go on social media and you give it your best. You really create awareness around your business and you create awareness around what you do. And you're using a name that is not registered. Everybody has started calling you, let me use Helen again, Helen of Awesome Sources. Then the day Helen now decides, aha, Awesome Sources needs to grow up, I need to register it. She goes to the registrar of companies and is told, oh, wow, that name is not available. That name belongs to somebody else. What is Helen supposed to do? People have saved her as Helen of Awesome Sources. Utaanza kuambia watu, oh, by the way, I got a rebirth. I was baptized again, and this is my new name. You don't want to be to get into that kind of a mix. So get your business name. If you've not registered it yet, register it so that even as you're going and creating awareness around your business name, it is a name that you know you have secured as your own. And then there is the other one that says customization, and it says select an e-commerce template, add your logo, draft a couple of lines for your about section, information about you, what you sell, and the sales process. All right, maybe you're not building a website, but this same information would be very good for your social media pages. So create a logo. We saw last week, you can create a logo on canva.com without it being very complicated. Go out there, determine what are your brand colors. What colors are you going to choose? So there you go and create. And the good thing with where we are at now, technology-wise, you can go create that narrative on ChatGPT. You tell ChatGPT, I run a business of doing X. My target audience is this. I want to be associated with confidence, warmth, friendliness, whatever adjectives you would want your brand to communicate. Then you ask, give me suggestions on the type of logo I should look into. Then maybe you can go further and tell it the logo should be something that is curious, but it doesn't answer all the questions. You know, it creates curiosity. Somebody sees it and as they're scrolling and they look at it twice. Then you give those. Then ChatGPT will come and give you suggestions. Then you will give it maybe another prompt. How can this be recreated on a design site like Canva? Then you follow the instructions. Start where you are. If you don't have the money to get a graphic designer to do it for you, ChatGPT will help you think through it, and then you use Canva, which the free version is good enough. You use Canva to come up with your logo. Whether you're doing it for a website or you're doing it for your social media spaces, it doesn't hurt to have a logo that describes your business. Then when it comes to sales policies, even if you're not coming up with a logo, a website, you can still come up with your sales policies. What do you sell? How do you sell it? Do people pay before things leave your shop, or do people pay on delivery? And if the people pay on delivery, what is the return policy? If you're selling food stuff, what is the return policy? Do they have to return the food? the cake they didn't like, or do they consume or throw away the cake and then come and claim for a refund? And if it is a refund, how much of a percentage are you refunding? Are you refunding product for product? That means you replace a cake with a cake, or are you refunding 75% of the value of the cake? What are your policies? Write them down, even for social media. This helps you when people start, because every so often you're doing your business, you're doing it right, but there's always this one nasty person who just decides they want to tarnish your name online. If you have those policies, you can pin them up and show them this is what we promise our customers. This customer came to us and asked for this. We did this because our policy says this. All right? Then the next question, list 2 or 3 of your products stroke services and come up with 3 photos for each of them. Now, these 3 photos, they would be good if you put them in a website, but also having them ready means that anytime you want to talk about that product or anytime you want to talk about that service, you are able to draw up that photo. For people doing services, it is harder to photograph a service. You, like I said, you can take photos of you offering the service, or you can go to AI, and this one I'm also yet to explore it properly. The AIs that help you generate images. And then now maybe one time you're talking about somebody who is overwhelmed. Let me go back to Joyce and not Joyce, Nyawera and wellness. Somebody who is overwhelmed. My client is an overwhelmed person. I want to write an article or want to write something about an overwhelmed person who is uh, getting overwhelmed or stressed because of lifestyle diseases or making the wrong lifestyle choices. Then tell it, generate an image for me. Then you can use that image to describe that service. So when you're marketing it, when you're saying, you can start with a marketing post that says you don't want to be like my client. Then you give them a fictitious name. Then you have that image at the bottom. Then you talk about this person is suffering from this, is going through 1, 2, 3. I come in to assist. Tukiendelea. That, come up with images. If you don't have products that you can photograph and you sell services, go out and find out how AI can help you generate good images that you can be using for selling your product online. Then payment, choose a payment gateway to integrate to your website. We have very many payment gateways. It is good that M-Pesa is recognized as a payment gateway for many places. You can use M-Pesa in many places. And instead of using regular M-Pesa, I would encourage you get a till number or a pay bill number from M-Pesa. That separates your regular M-Pesa wallet from your till number. And the till, it would be good since we are in business and we want to run businesses. Those people who came for Peter's talk, he said separate your business money from your personal money. So that till should be linked to an account that is specifically for business. If we let it get into our M-Pesa wallet, we will be buying handbags from every sale that we make. Then at the end of the month, we have made so many sales, but we have very little money. Let your money be separate. Pay yourself, keep the other money in a business wallet. Then setting up shipping. Decide whether you will be offering free rates. If you're in Nairobi, are you going to be offering a free delivery rate for anybody in Nairobi? Remember, Nairobi starts at South C and South B and Nairobi West, and Nairobi can stretch all the way to Kirarapon in Ngong. On the other side of Mombasa Road, it can stretch all the way to Kitengela. So are you going to be having a free rate, or are you going to be offering rates as per zones for delivering your service? If you are a person who offers services to different cadre of customers or businesses, you're in B2B and you offer services, are you going to have the same kind of rates for corporate blue chip companies and the same kind of rates for startups and the same kind of rates for, say, medium-sized businesses? Decide how you're going to do it and then talk about it for selling your services. When it comes to delivery, also have the same, and then choose whether you will be charging according to distance or according to this size, or whether you'll be doing both. You'll be considering the size of the product and the distance that you're covering with it. And then now